Hello, everybody. Welcome here this afternoon to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So, we're here Monday night to do a look back at a classic rock album. The one we're going to be doing today is this one, Iron Maiden's Power Slave. One of the great metal albums, I think. Definitely one of my 2 or 3 favorite Iron Maiden albums for sure. Lots of really good stuff on this album. Pretty heavy as well. Like, this is a kind of classic Iron Maiden sound here. So this was released September the 3rd, 1984. So yeah, 40 years ago already. At the Campus Point, Nassau, in Nassau, the Bahamas. That's the studio it was recorded at. 51 minutes in length on the EMI label with Martin Birch doing the production here. Good job on all these accounts. Bruce Dickerson on vocals, Dave Murray on guitars, Adrian Smith on guitars, Steve Harris on bass, and Nico McBrain, on drums. So there are 8 tracks on this in total, I believe. I'm just going to get my glasses here, but I believe that's what's on here, 8 tracks. Now, I believe in the original album there was 5 and then 3. And people can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what it was, yeah. 8 tracks in total. I think the last 3, Back in the Village, Power Slave, and Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, are all on the flip side. So it starts it out with Aces High. This is catchy guitars, typical Dickerson vocals, and the vocal hooks are really strong on this particular track. Lots of harmony and backing vocals are strong on this particular track. I do like this track a lot. I don't know if it's my top 2 or 3 on the album, but it's definitely up there. Of course, then we come to 2 Minutes to Midnight. This is the big hit off of the album. For the longest time, this was probably my favorite Iron Maiden song, between this and The Flight of the Icarus. But these 2 are my favorites. This one's probably been overplayed a little bit too much in on the radio and then in concerts and stuff like that. So hasn't retained itself as much as you would hope to, but I still like it a lot. I think the vocals are great on this album, this particular track. The lyrics are strong and pretty representative of Maiden type lyrics. And I think it's, of course, has a lot of catchy hooks and riffs to it. So a great tune, 2 Minutes to Midnight. Lost First Words, which is the instrumental, Big Aura. This is the instrumental on the album. Pretty catchy hooks, heavy, fast-paced, lots of bass and drums here on this track. The bass is probably the most predominant instrument on this particular track, the one that I hear the most anyways. Next up, The Flash of the Blade. Maybe the weakest track on the album, but definitely a good track. Another heavy riffing song, lots of hooks here. The vocals are heavy, fast-paced, heavy vocals, and harmony vocals here too. So another excellent track. I only say it's the weakest because the rest of them are better. Not that it's, the couple tracks on the backside not as good either, but overall still a strong track. And then the last song on the first side, if you're going by the old vinyl album, I'm not because I have this one, but if you're going by the old vinyl, The Duelist. Fast-paced, heavy beat, heavy riff. Vocals are heavy, high, and are one of the higher range songs on the album, is what I'm trying to say. Lengthy guitar solos throughout this track to actually killer. So now we're going to flip to the back side of the album, or the B side if you're going on vinyl here. Back in the Village, fast pace, dominated by guitars and vocals, heavy, but non-discriminate type kind of guitar parts here. So nothing spectacular on this song, but still good. The next track up, probably about the same, the title track, Power Slave. Quicker, more formidable track, fast-paced, but very catchy guitars and catchy hooks throughout this song, as it is on most Iron Maiden stuff at this time period. Then we get to the last track on the album, and one of the most iconic for Iron Maiden and in metal history, I think. This track is the best on the album, I believe. Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Really kind of sets Iron Maiden apart from a lot of metal bands of the time period. They were kind of the band that was doing that progressive heavy metal, or beginning to do that progressive heavy metal. And this is the track that's most noted for that. So you've got this heavy rhythm section that's going on throughout the entire track, all 13 minutes of it. The vocals are classic Dickerson throughout this entire track as well. The guitar parts are fantastic. Slow melodic solos throughout the track as well. One of the truly great metal tracks, I think, of all time. I would slow. There's a part where it kind of slows down in the middle, and then you're just getting some bass that keeping the song going, which is kind of interesting. It feels like the boat is just, everybody's dead and it's just cruising along and doing nothing. Nobody's there. It's a very heavy track, this song. Just absolutely killer in every sense of the word. And definitely a track that I enjoy listening to. I've read the lyrics on this track more than most, probably any other Iron Maiden song. So if you are a fan of Iron Maiden, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're not and you don't know anything about this band, this is not a bad entry point into Iron Maiden. My entry point was the Number of the Beast. Some people Killers, some people before that even. But if you are starting out now, this is not a bad entry point. It does have some of that radio-friendly stuff going on here. Very catchy hooks, lots of catchy guitar, lots of fantastic riffing throughout the entire album. Bruce Dickerson's voice is absolutely perfect on almost all the tracks. Really well produced, well production on this as well. You've got Martin Birch doing that. And I think the recordings are quite clear. So, and the album cover is pretty good too. That's a pretty decent cover. So overall, this is one of Iron Maiden's stronger albums. If you decide that getting into Iron Maiden's where you want to go, this is an album I wouldn't tell you not to. You get Peace of Mind or Number of the Beast, Power Slave, Seventh Son of the Seventh Son. These are all great albums. This one is probably one of the better entry points. So there you have it. Iron Maiden's Power Slave. Please like and subscribe. Hit the... Sorry, quite tired today. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any stuff. At least the stuff that's recorded and scheduled. And don't forget the comment section below. If you want to make comments about the album or what you like or don't like about it, you can do that down below. And we will be back next Monday for another look back at another classic rock album. So have yourself a good evening. Take care and goodbye.